Jordan, thank you so much for joining me today. I am super excited to talk to you. You lead, facilitate, coordinate one of the best networking groups in Atlanta for young professionals. I've been to a couple of events. I have loved them. I've met amazing people. Tell me about YPATL.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for the introduction. So, Young Professionals of Atlanta, also known as YP of ATL, is a networking organization that focuses on having social events for our members, as well as just people of the community, and then giving back to the community and the city as well. So, as a member, you'll pay a membership fee for the year, and you come to our social events. We have one a month, and they're usually on the third Wednesday of the month. We do this so there's a strategic scheduled day. You can always plan on going that day. We'll usually do this at a restaurant or a bar in town, some place that's new, but we also do things like going to the Atlanta Braves games, even going to the Grilled Cheese Festival. At those events, our members get drink tickets, they get raffle tickets for Atlanta sporting events, and we also give them the opportunity to learn about nonprofits in the area. So Brawl for a Cause or the Atlanta Mission, working with the homeless. We have volunteer opportunities where they can go pack food or, they can just give back during the event. There's a lot of different ways to connect with the community. But by doing this, we allow our members to have the benefit of networking themselves and, benefiting there, but also actually giving back to the community and having that altruism available for them. It's kind of hard just when you live in such a big city to schedule things on your own and say, I want to go feed the homeless today. You can't just do that. It normally has to be a scheduled event, and having a group to do that through that's already setting it up for you is very helpful.
Absolutely. And I have to admit, the members that I've met at the events that I've gone to, there's definitely a different level of connection there. And I was so impressed with having those conversations, because it's not just about going out, having a drink, maybe having some food and talking about business, but people were really connecting at a different level. And I know that this change and kind of everything shutting down has made a major difference. And I heard you talk about the fact that you have regular social events and you're connecting with the community. How is that happening now with coronavirus and everybody being quarantined?
Sure, we've definitely had to shift and adjust the way we do things. So we always have a board meeting once a month where we kind of discuss the next 3 months. We try to schedule everything out, but we've had to talk to our partners and say, look, we're going to have to postpone this event. But then we say, how can we actually still provide value to the members with coronavirus going on? Because networking, a lot of it is shaking hands with people, speaking face to face, interacting with them physically. So we want to make sure we're still providing value. One of the things that we have already had done is had partnerships with different restaurants or nightclubs even, or gyms in the city. So one of our gym partners is now offering virtual workouts, so body work workouts where you can use your body weight, use resistant bands in your home, from your laptop, from your phone even. So that's being offered to our members at a discounted rate than it would be to regular people that are non-members of Young Professionals of Atlanta. So right there, we're providing value that they didn't do the virtual workouts before. This is something new. They might even continue it.
Absolutely.
Once this finally blows over, right? We have a partnership with a nightclub. If you're just really, really wanting to go out, but you can't get out of the house, they're even, virtually showing one of their DJs playing a set. So there's a lot of different ways they can still get the value they had before in a different way. So that's one of the things we're focusing on, utilizing technology to still have the interactions. I think I mentioned it to you before. We have a lot of social media growth, and we have a lot of ways that members can interact with each other there. We have a private page of Facebook just for members to talk to each other, where they can figure out, job updates, or somebody can say, hey guys, I'm doing a cooking class that's just for Young Professionals members. This way, again, we can still provide that value. We can still connect them even if it's not in person.
Yeah, social is social, right? Even if it's social media, social networking, and being in person is critical. So it's nice to hear that during these times, y'all have made quick adjustments. Big businesses are trying to scramble with that right now globally, but there's a huge other part of our life of having to interact with people that we just get along with. That's not necessarily about emails and updates and all the craziness about business. So I love to hear that you're still having value add for your members and that you're still supporting local community efforts. How do you think that this is going to be a long-term change? Do you think that you'll continue, or your group will continue with the technology usage once all of this kind of slows down and we can go out again? Or do you think this is more of a temporary change?
I would say half and half, because we were already utilizing technology so much once we started. The social media growth has been a huge factor for us. We utilize Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn on varying levels, right? If we're posting in one place, we always make sure we post in the others. But like I said, with that private Facebook group for members, that's pretty clutch. You know, it connects people in a way that they're not connected somewhere else. That's just another value add. You know, you can see regular Facebook groups everywhere, but generally they're not necessarily moderated. You'll have somebody trying to sell random things, and it gets frustrating if you're there for one purpose. And our members want to make sure that the purpose that they're a part of YP is actually getting met. You know, before all this, we wanted to be an organization that's fun, but people aren't having too much fun, or, you know, getting drunk and falling over the place, or we want to be professional, but we don't want to be boring. So we have to, you know, make sure we're on that fine line. The same goes for social media. You know, we don't want spam posts everywhere, so we make sure things are moderated on social media. We want people to be involved, so the things we post are actually interesting. We do have some things going on about the pandemic, but it's not just statistics and numbers. It's useful information that says, you know, the grocery stores are open from this time to this time, things people can actually use. So you know, I can't harp on it enough. We want to make sure that value add is actually there, because a lot of businesses, a lot of people are just figuring out what to do with their time now, and people want to go out. People want to interact with other people. You know, they've watched Tiger King on Netflix 20 times by now. You know, so they still want to make sure that they're actually. It was entertaining. I'll say that. But you know, people want something to do, whether, you know, they're sitting at home by themselves and they just need that other social interaction. But that's really important just for mental health for a lot of people. But we want to make sure that we're there, providing the outlet for people to connect with each other. So back to your question, you know, the social media aspect has always been really important. The tech side of things, for people to connect with each other, especially in this day and age. You know, I think they're with younger people, not millennials, but with Generation Z, as they're going into the professional field, they were so much raised on technology only that a lot of the handshaking, the eye-to-eye contact, the, you know, human interaction face to face is not exactly something that they're too familiar with, aside from just going to school. So we may not be able to provide that during this time, because we're so, you know, tech focused. But I think as we go back into it, when it's safer to go back outside and safer to talk to each other, we really want to harp on both and make sure that the tech side is there, as well as that physical contact and interaction, and just, you know, being with people in person.
I love talking about that balance, because there, as many networking events and different groups that I am involved in, a lot of them, especially the old school, maybe more career people, experienced, seasoned, old, right? It's all about in person, writing postcards, writing letters, you know, big thank yous, and that's okay. There is still something to that. And our younger generations, you know, teens, 20s, maybe early 30s even, have kind of lost some of that. So being able to integrate a balance is crucial. So let me pivot a little bit. And I heard you talk about mental health. I've been talking to a lot of people about how to stay healthy during these times and what they're looking to accomplish. What are some of the things that you have found time to focus on that you were not doing before?
Well, definitely reading, spending time with my fiance and I are living together, so we're spending even more time together. We'll be on one side of the place and she'll be on the other, having both our conference calls at the same time. But you know, for the people that are living by themselves, you know, this is a great opportunity to, you know, either pick up a new hobby, learn a new language, you know, reshifting how you did things before. Staying in a schedule, it's definitely good to have a schedule, I think. But even the World Health Organization said playing video games is actually a good outlet just to have that communication with other people, especially, you know, again, on the tech side. I can play a video game with an old Army buddy of mine that lives across the country from me, and we can still connect with each other and hang out with each other while playing video games. So I think utilizing tech for that purpose is really great. Have fun with each other with somebody from across the country, whether they're a stranger or they're an old friend.
I don't think I would ever get away with saying this when I was younger, but playing video games is good for your mental health. So all of you parents out there, back off. It's true.
Yeah.
Jordan, thank you so much for providing outlets for your members, for giving us awesome information. Thank you for telling us again that video games are good for us. Love that.